Hi, I'm Moses Oluwasegun, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we shall be looking at the topic matrix. Okay, shall be looking at the topic matrix. Okay, so what is a matrix? Before now, you understand that when you have a table is basically talking about arrangement of items. Okay, arrangement of items in rows and in columns. Okay, now in this case, for instance, let's assume that a set of students, okay, has just completed their test in mathematics. Okay, and so in this case, we have the names of the students and we have their scores as well. So I can have a day, okay, maybe 25. I can have maybe Uche is 28, maybe out of 30. All right, so what you have up here is simply called a table. Okay, now in this table, we have the rows and we have the columns. The rows, in this case, simply represent horizontal arrangement of this information or record. So a row, in a sense, okay, gives us a complete information about a particular candidate. For instance, if we pick the first row here, we have this Ade 25, so giving us complete information about these students here. But if we take a column is just talking about a particular field. A field here, in this case, just this name here. All right, so what we're saying in essence is that a table also is just a form of horizontal or vertical arrangement of items. And so, what then do we mean by a matrix? Okay, so a matrix, okay, in this case, a matrix is the rectangular array of numbers, okay, numbers, items, or objects, okay. And so if you take note of these words here, these terms, rectangular and array in this case, in a layman's language, is simply referring to a table. And I've just mentioned previously, okay, introducing to what a table is, talking about the vertical and horizontal arrangement of information. All right. Now, in this case here, we can think about an array as just what? A table. Now, being rectangular is just talking about the form of appearance of the table. For instance, here we have the name of the students and we have their scores. If I have Ade here, if I have Uche here, I can continue to have that. So, if you look at the form of appearance of this, it's more of a rectangle. Okay, so when we say that a matrix is the rectangular array of numbers, items, or objects, we are simply talking about arrangement of those things in rows and in columns. But in mathematics, we may not necessarily deal with names, okay? So we deal with numbers. And so when we focus on matrix here, we are basically working with numbers. Okay, so now in this case, if I have a matrix here, I can have this as a form of matrix 3, 2, 4, 0, 4, let's say 7 here. This is called a matrix. The arrangement of these numbers in rows and in columns, okay, is what we refer to as what? A matrix here. Okay, so now it's important to note that a matrix on its own is always denoted by a capital letter. A matrix is always denoted by a capital letter. Okay, so which means if I have this as a matrix, I can call this matrix A. So this is matrix A. If I have another matrix, I want to call it matrix B. I can say, okay, this is matrix B, having the numbers 0, 1, and let's just say 2. Or I have matrix C. Matrix C is containing the numbers -2, 1 over 5, 7 over 8, and let's say 0.9. Okay, so these are series of examples of a matrix. Now, before we continue, it's important to know that this plural form of a matrix is matrice. Okay, T-R-I-C-E as against T-R-I-X. matrix is the singular form, while matrice is the plural. Okay, so in this case here, A, B, C are matrices, while A is a matrix. Alright? So a matrix is always represented by a capital letter. So you can have any matrix, you can have matrix P equals, let me say 0 or 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is also a matrix. Now, having known that, then let's talk about what we mean by elements of a matrix. Elements of a matrix. Now, when we refer to elements of a matrix, we mean those numbers that are arranged in rows or columns, okay? They are the ones we refer to as the elements of a matrix. Alright, so if I have matrix A, like I have this illustration here, we have 3, 2, 4, 0, 4, 7. So matrix A in this case is containing these numbers. So all of these numbers here, we refer to them as elements of matrix A. These are elements of matrix A. Okay, so matrix A. So any number or item or object within this bracket here, they are referred to as elements of the matrix. Okay, so a matrix can have as many elements as possible. A matrix can even have a single element as this. Let's say 4 here. Okay, so when a matrix has a single element, it's simply referred to as a scalar. In that case, we call it a scalar. Okay, so in this case here, matrix B is simply a scalar because it has just one element. Alright, so when we refer to elements of a matrix, we mean those numbers that are contained in a given matrix. Now, if you come back to this matrix P here, matrix P has the element 6, 7, 8, 9. Matrix B has the element 0, 1, 2. Matrix C has element minus 1 over 2, minus 2, 1 over 5, 7 over 8, 0.9. While matrix A has element 3, 2, 4, 0, 4, 7. Okay, so all of these numbers within this bracket, they are referred to as elements of a matrix. Okay, now once we know that, then let's take a look at the two key features of a matrix. The features of a matrix. Please, if in case you have any questions, okay, please use the comment section to set your question. Okay, set your question there, type it there, I will respond to it the moment I receive it. Alright, so now don't forget we have said that a matrix is a rectangular array of what? Numbers, basically talking about mathematics now. Okay, and then also we have said that a matrix is always denoted by a capital letter, while the numbers are referred to as the elements of the matrix. The elements of the matrix are usually enclosed within the bracket. Okay, now, and I said here that when you have a matrix having a single element, we can simply call that matrix a scalar. Okay, now let's look at the features of a matrix. Okay, now number one is that every matrix is made up of rows. Okay, and the second one is called the columns. Now, by a row is just simply talking about horizontal arrangement of elements. The horizontal arrangement of elements. Now, horizontal here, this is talking about horizontal arrangement. Okay, arrangement of elements. Okay, while the columns, okay, a column is simply saying vertical arrangement. Vertical arrangement of elements. Okay, vertical arrangement of elements. So every matrix, whether it has a single element or it has multiple elements, okay, has both rows and columns. Okay, because every element you have in a matrix belongs to a particular row and a particular column. So rows here are referring to horizontal arrangements of elements, while the columns are referring to vertical arrangement of elements. Now, if I come back to this matrix A, for instance, I'm taking matrix A here as a simple for illustration. Now, if you look at matrix A, okay, matrix A in this case has this element 3, 2, 4 horizontally, arranged horizontally. 3, 2, 4 arranged horizontally. Okay, the same way 0, 4, 7 also arranged horizontally, forming a straight horizontal line. Okay, so in this case here, being the first horizontal line here, we call this one row 1 of matrix A. Okay, then for the second one, 0, 4, 7 as well is the second horizontal arrangement, so we call this one row 2. So row arrangement, the first row called row 1, the second row called row 2. Now, in the same vein, when we talk about the columns, like I said here, we're talking about vertical arrangement of elements. Okay, so if you come back here now and look at this, 3 and 0, they are vertically arranged, okay, forming a vertical line. That's what it means. So 3, 0 on the vertical arrangement, 2, 4 on the vertical arrangement, 4, 7 on the vertical arrangement. Alright, so in this case here, the first set of vertical arrangement we have here is called column 1. Column 1. The second set of vertical arrangement is called column 2. Okay, 2. While the third vertical arrangement is called column 3. So this one you can write it as COL1 for short form of column, COL2 column 2, COL3 column 3. Okay, so these two key features are very important. For every kind of matrix you have, okay, there must always be rows and columns, even if you have just one element in the matrix. Okay, so these are just few introduction to what a matrix is. So far I've said a matrix is the rectangular array of what? Numbers, items, or objects. Okay, then a matrix is always represented by a capital letter, while the numbers in the matrix are referred to as the elements of the matrix, and they are usually enclosed within the bracket. Okay, then also that every matrix is composed of rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. So you might have a matrix having just a single row and a single column, like the case of this scalar here. Okay, so every matrix is expected to have at least one row, one column. That's very, very important. So in this case here now, matrix A is having 2 rows and having here 3 columns. I can give another example. Let's say matrix P. Matrix P here, I need you to respond to this. Matrix P is having 0, 1, 1, 1, 3, minus 1, 2, 5, minus 4, 8, 7, 7. Okay, if you look at this here now, we have row 1 here, we have row 2, we have row 3, okay, and here we have column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3, and this is column 4. So matrix P in this case here has 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, and that will be the end of this class for now. Okay, so in the next video, we shall be looking at what is called the dimension of a matrix, or the order of a matrix. Okay, and then we'll make use of that also to do some elementary manipulation on that, and then from there we'll move on to other aspects of the discussion. But this matrix is a full playlist, okay, so you can check other videos also in case you have missed out in some. Okay, so just to help yourself to understand every aspect of this matrix. Alright, so please, if this is your first time of coming in contact with this YouTube channel, I am Moses Oluwasegun Walex, and this is Programmed Mathematics. Okay, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, give me thumbs up on the video, like the video, share the videos with your friends and relatives. Okay, and I know that by so doing, you'll be helping thousands or millions of people around the world to gain access to this YouTube video and get their hands strong on these topics in mathematics. Okay, so please Should you have any question, you can make use of the comment section or make use of every other avenue to reach out to me, okay? And then I will respond to every of your questions by God's grace. All right, so thank you so much for this time. So let's see in the next video.